Recording in progress.
Sour bone bros, man. How y'all feeling? I'm feeling outstanding. Um, Mannish Monday. It's your boy Smith, man. What's happening with you, man? How y'all feeling? Hey, deep breath, baby. Deep breath. Hey, welcome to the show, Smith the Speaker. Mannish Monday. That's how we get down. As you see from the background, I had to change some things out, man. Um, Trying to do it live on YouTube was cool, but I just felt like I didn't like the background. You can't put your own background in. At least if I got an IT tech savvy cat out there, listen, man, tap in with your boy because I'd like to do it live on YouTube, but they won't give me the option to change my black background, and I don't just like it to be, you know, like all that. So I changed it up real quick, back to my regularly scheduled program. You know what I'm saying? But when it does, I upload this onto my YouTube channel. Man, a little bit late. I know you can't do it live, but man, tap in, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, make sure you share it with some folks. And, feel free to leave a comment or two or three or four, good, bad, or indifference, man. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Feedback is essential because I think um, communication through education is valuable. And the communication doesn't necessarily have to be in correspondence with my thought processes, with my way of thinking, or in line with my, beliefs. I'm open to take any, feedback there is and willing to explore what that communication looks like. Does it make me a better person? Is it irrelevant? Is it irrational? Is it practical? Is it solution based? You know what I'm saying? To making it a better product or a better um, experience at the end of it all. So with that being said, man, welcome to the show. It's your boy Smith, the speaker, man, hanging out here on this Monday. I don't know where you are, but here where I am in California, man, it is raining cats and dogs. Meow. Who came up with that, man? And sometimes I have to catch myself on saying some of the things that I say because I know it's so Eurocentric and it's been just driven in us, and it's so hard um, um, uh, to catch yourself with the muscle memory because it's conditioned. You know, um, I've never seen it rain cats and dogs. I've only ever seen it rain, like liquid water. Um, so yeah, I have to be more conscious of what I say. It's raining heavily here in California. Um, Causing some problems down south, Southern California, with some mudslides. Not too terribly bad where we are, but it is still raining. We need the rain. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big believer in rain, man. I don't know about anybody else, but if I could have it rain every single day, I would. That's just me, though. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, get if you got your galoshes. And the cold part about California is, you know, it doesn't rain all the time. So is it you have to do like your ROI, right? On galoshes, umbrella. How many times are you going to use it and how much does it cost? A cheap umbrella, I guess. I don't know. I haven't bought an umbrella. I've never ever bought an umbrella, so I couldn't tell you, but I'm a guess $10, $20. How many times are you going to use it? I know I'm not taking up an umbrella, putting it up, putting it, just put my hat on, put my hoodie on and rolling outside, running out. Yeah, it's not like I'm, you know, skipping in the rain, then galoshes. People that, you know, oh, I live in California, so I like it because it's sunny or whatever. And so if it does rain, I want to be totally covered. And you go out and spend, $100 or plus. Is it worth it? I don't know. Like I said, I've never bought an umbrella. Ever, ever, never, never, never. Barely wear jackets. You know what I'm saying? I got jackets in my closet right now, 20 years old. Probably wore them 10 time. I'm just, then that's a lot. I don't even think it's been 10. I need to give them away really because I don't use them. Somebody else out there could probably put a better use to them. I mean, they're pretty fairly nice jackets. You know what I'm saying? One is actually a bomber, like a leather bomber. You know what I'm saying? Tuskegee stuff. I've wore that thing. I wouldn't even say 10 times. I don't. I 8, 7. You know what I'm saying? On occasion because it's big and it's bulky and don't get that cold here. It doesn't get that cold here. I actually wore it one time in Tahoe, and it was snowing. But it wasn't. I thought it was like, man, this is overkill. I don't need this. You know what I'm saying? I actually took it off. My long sleeve is good. It's snowing, but I'm fine. I'm not freezing. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just different that way. I don't know. Anyway, stay safe wherever you are. Enjoy the weather. Um, let's take a mindful minute if we could. Judge not less, right? And just by that, it's, I think right now in the land of social media, the digital world we in, everybody has an opinion, and then everybody has a reaction to the opinion of someone else, whether you know them or not, just random. Here's my thought. What's the response for it? Do you feel better? Whether they're right, wrong, whether they're saying something horribly, what? I would say judge those people less and just work on your own interpretation of what they're saying and why does it affect you so bad? You know, don't judge them. Maybe judge yourself. Like, why does this even excite me, or why does it grab my attention? You know, but I think it's just the world we live in. Everybody has, a phone, and everybody has access to sharing their thoughts. And I think we've come accustomed back to the muscle memory that, oh, they said it, so whoever this person is, I have to respond. And then you go down this long, deep, dark rabbit hole, wasting time. So again, judge not less. All right. Mindful minute right there. And then, I want to get through this really quick. Oftentimes I'm just on here for like 30 minutes and what I'm saying. So I want to make sure I stay on track today. Um, Starting the week off with a fresh jump off. I posted a picture yesterday. Um, Me and my boy, and my cousin, we're basically brothers. Like, what I'm saying? We started in this I don't want to say we started this life together. Me and my cousin started this life together. My boy came around ninth grade, so like 1983 and 84, and we've been Trump tight ever since. And there we go, Trump. I gotta catch myself, man. We've been solid, rock solid, tight since then, and we went our own ways. We was young, fresh in the ninth grade, however old you are. I guess you're 13, 14. Um, Went through high school together, graduated together. Man, had children. Now we got grandchildren. And the picture was our graduation. What do you call that? Senior ball, senior prom, whatever that thing was. That event. Um, and then a most recent photo we took together. Um, and man, friendship. And again, my cousin is my cousin, like, but I'm talking about our group, our collective. Friendship is friendship, man, and it endures. It endures time. It endures life. You know what I'm saying? Every day ain't gonna be spectacular. But friendship endures, man. And the great thing, I had to learn a couple things. But the great thing is, as you get older, you don't have to communicate every day with your friends. They got a life to live. You have a life to live. You know what I'm saying? Um, and real lasting friendship is to learn patience, in the sense that, um, we're all gonna grow and we're all gonna doing things see differently. Um, we might even handle a similar situation differently, you know, and then you think, oh man, right, we boys, like, why would you do that? That's them. We're not the all for one for all ninth graders without a care. We can all kind of do the same thing, and in that mindset and that age bracket. But then as you get older and you start to branch out and learn, become your own man, detached from the crew. All you, no matter if you got there two in the group, five in the group, there, us three, we do things differently, similarly, differently. You know what I'm saying? But that's the greatness of friendship, because as you get older, you understand, man, it is a powerful tool to be able to look back and appreciate the journey. And as much as let me say, I miss them in high school together, us, but I respect it for what it was. We can't do that again. You can't do that again. Well, what's the saying? Like, and I said this before, the same man doesn't step in the same river twice. You know, we're not the same men. We are the same men. We're not the same men. You know what I'm saying? And with that, I cannot wait. No, I want to say I'm very, very fortunate and grateful to have spent many years with these men, and um, I can only, I don't like using the word hope. I think hope is, I can only um, respect what time has to offer us coming forward. Don't know what tomorrow holds, but whatever it is, if it is, then I will appreciate that with those two gentlemen. So friendship, man, friendship endures, man. You know what I'm saying? That's how you start the week off, man. Positive vibes on the friendship, man. Go holler. If you ain't holler at your player partner, man, go tap in. You know what I'm saying? Don't be all petty on, oh, he ain't tapped in with me. Come on, man. We better than that. You know what I'm saying? So let's move on to the weekend wrap up. Weekend wrap up, man. Again, I'm gonna keep it kind of close to like sports because I don't watch movies. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, I tell you that. Last night, channel surfing, sports went off. Um, called Gladiator 2. Denzel is a dog, bruh. Denzel is a dog. I mean, from Glory to whatever movie he's been in, the way he just goes about it, well, last night I'm sitting there watching it with my daughter. She came in a little bit later. She didn't see the whole thing, but man, when that dude goes into the character, you see him there. Like, bruh, like that's Denzel should have been around at that time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm a big Denzel guy. I know he's got the new one out. They just released this summer with Spike. I got to tap in and check that one out. But yeah, like so I did check out Gladiator last evening, and sports. I'll be wrong. So we had our youth football end of the season banquet Friday, which was phenomenal. Like, and real quick. I thought, because if you play youth sports and it was the banquet, the coaches get up there and bring the kids up one by one, blah, blah, blah. And I thought my cousin, the head coach, did a phenomenal job and was like, you know what, we're not doing that. We're going to let the captains of the football team do that. And so those young men had to present to their teammates their trophies. And they had to find the words and they had to stand up there and do public speaking and think about what they was going to say about this other individual that they played with all year. So I thought that was phenomenal. Like that right there introduces young people to public speaking. You know what I'm saying? And I thought that was just great. And man, the boys had a good time. It was phenomenal. So we didn't finish the season like we thought we was. Tough loss, but it is what it is. Again, that's football. We'll get them. We'll get them. We'll get them. Moving on. I don't again like I said, I watch sports, but I don't watch them like I used to. I'm not like, committed. I'm not gonna sit down all day and watch Red Zone like I used to. I'm not gonna sit there and watch every single play of NBA or MLB or soccer or whatever. However, channel surfing, caught, I don't know what game it was. Was it the Kings? I think it was the Kings. The Kings and maybe Minnesota. Maybe. I don't know. Kings and I don't. Anyway, I watched maybe 5 possessions. Now that tells you I watched 5 possessions. I seen 4 3-pointers, and I thought to myself, okay, I'm old. Where's the pick and roll? Where is dumping the ball down to the big man and watching the defense try to figure out should they send a double team or a triple team to him? Where is, finding a hot guy Where is the fluidity of basketball? Now, okay, I sound like the old man. Okay, I, I I love. Here's the thing. I want to respect the evolution of basketball. I remember when the three. Do I remember when the 3-pointer came in? I think I do. You know, it's changed the game. Um, it's a lot more up and down, frantic, right? Um, LMU back in the day, you know what I'm saying? Arkansas Razorbacks up in the day, UNLV back in the day. It's up and down. But man, oh man, just just what it looked like in those five possessions was kick the ball out to the guy up court, pull up, shoot it. Nobody to rebound. Or I'm just going to dribble this thing, get to the 3-point spot. If it's not there, I'm passing it to somebody else at 3-point spot. They're going to shoot, or I'm just going to pull up and pull. And it was just back and forth. And I can't watch this. Okay, I'm old. I'm old, but I cannot watch. I'm not going to sit there and watch a 3-point contest. That's what it is. And it's not like it's a bunch of Steph Currys out there, you know what I'm saying, shoot, or Durant's. It's just everybody on the team is pulling up. I understand young people love that. Every young person knows Steph Curry. Every basketball player, young person, I should say, loves, you know what I'm saying? What's Sue Bird? And I don't know all the young ladies in the WNBA. But uh, that's where the game is. And I'm not, hey, enjoy it. I can't watch it. I want to see some movement. I want to see some teamwork. I want to see some coaching. Yeah, maybe it does get that way when you get to the playoffs or whatever. But again, I'm gonna sound like I can remember, watching games in November, December, whether it was, pros or college, and just watching it. Every possession means something. You know what I'm saying? Every possession means something. So let's take care of the ball and make sure we got a good bucket. Yeah, NBA. It's fantastic. There we go. NFL, man, NFL. Again, I don't can't sit and watch 24 hours of red zone. But I'll, in and out, in and out. And I didn't see it. I seen on red zone, they replayed it. Of course, they've been replaying it everywhere else, but the spitting incident. Actually, it was two things: the spitting incident, and then the young man at South Carolina, and his um, deliberate, deliberate run in by uh, the the human being that was wearing a uniform. I mean, spitting, man. Uh, Spitting anywhere is disgusting. It is that you let me. I think I'm a practical person, rational thinker, and if you fix your mind to control your body to spit on a person, I think again, trying to be rational. You also understand we about to fight. That's what that is. That's what that is. Walk to any person. I'm not talking sports. I'm just talking anywhere and you spit on somebody. You have to know it's a fight. If it's not a fight, there's a very strong chance, 99%, that there's going to be a return of violence, physical violence. You know, I just, again, in that scenario, I understand emotions are high. It's, masculine sport. It's violent. I understand. But spitting, bro, you better know there's an ass kicking coming behind that spit. Where that spit flies, soon it ain't even got to touch, oh boy. When it comes out your mouth, it's probably a haymaker coming the other way. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing, man. That's disgusting. It's disrespectful, and that's we're fighting. I might get my ass kicked, but you're just not gonna spit on me. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm gonna throw this haymaker. If it lands, it lands. We gonna get in the scuffle. You gonna throw a haymaker. If it lands, knocks me out. I understand that. That's just part of life. But yeah, you're just not gonna walk away. And so I don't have no opinion on it other than it's disgusting. How it resolved itself, that's between those two gentlemen. But then the incident in South Carolina, this I've said this before. When we talk about uh, employees, human employees that have a uniform and can hide behind um, um, the 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 cloak of law enforcement. If you ever thought that any white officer, you know, that murdered a black man, if you think he just woke up that morning going, you know what, I think I'm gonna kill a black man today, you're mistaken. That has been ongoing. Not that I'm going to kill the black man, but from whatever time that particular human being started to reconcile in his mind that I'm white, I'm going to do whatever I want with no ramifications because I'm white. That's when that started. That's when that started. So here's the problem. Now I might go too long, but I want to tell you because this is what happened to me when I thought about that when I seen it on Saturday. This employee at some particular time, I would only guess, called. Maybe I'm reaching too far. Maybe at some particular time, probably in school, K through 12, did something or said something or suggested something to someone of not their or his race or gender or just group and got away with it and got away with it. Right then and there, that's when the muscle memory began. I'm a white man. I could do whatever I want. I could say whatever I want. I could suggest whatever I want because I am a white man. I have the freedom of speech and I'm protected by the color of my skin. And then all of that led up to Saturday. I seen someone, I think, I don't know how to give it, but I seen someone that said, this, you see, he did this on TV. What has he done off, off screen? How many individuals have been violated by this particular employee? See, because you don't wake up going, you know what, at the game today, I'm about to do this to one of these nigger boys. He didn't do it to the white lineman. He didn't do it to a white coach. He chose you. Did you the energy was like I'm about to show this. You don't just wake up. There's a long history of white males being excused from their accountability. And then when it manifests itself in front of others in what is perceived to be a very, very negative way, I'm never, ever shocked. And I'm never, ever like, oh, he just had a bad day. Yeah. Believe that if you want to. No, that's been stewing for a long time. And there's some other things that probably happen, not with just him, but other individuals that share his sentiment. I'll leave it at that. So that's the weekend roundup in sports, right? Let's get how long I've been at this, man? 20 minutes. All right, let's get to the meat of Monday. Meat of Mannish Monday. Again, subscribe, like, share. You know what I'm saying? Smith the Speaker, Sorry Rock, on Instagram, on Twitter. Feel free, leave a comment, suggestions. I'm totally open. Just what I've been hearing lately. They had the government shut down the operation of business. A lot of people weren't getting paid. Folks weren't getting their uh, programs, right? And one of the things I just kept hearing um, was about healthcare. Certain individuals would have you to believe that the thought of free healthcare would negate its effectiveness. They also throw in there, well, that's a form of socialism. Everybody doesn't need it. You know what I'm saying? If you can't afford it, to hell with you. Again, think about that. Um, so in healthcare, I will say this: if you can gainfully, physically, mentally, safely employ yourself, be employed, or do other some kind of capacity where you can get healthcare, I'm with it. Absolutely, you should. Um, I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence. Uh, I mean, I'm in the middle of the road uh, about general population having to pay for folks who can't afford healthcare. It's the humanly thing to do. I'm up in the air on that. However, why I'm up in the air is because we pay taxes. We pay taxes on the weirdest. Just we don't even. Me and my son had this conversation. You pay taxes at the gas station. Go to the gas station. You get a fill up and just tax on that. If you just happen to go inside the convenience store that's purposely located right there, you're paying tax on everything in there. You're already 10, $15 in tax in the whole, right? So we're paying taxes. I've always looked at healthcare like this. If we can pay a 1 cent tax on that will go to, I don't know, city streets. Let's just say city streets, because everybody got to use the city streets. If we could pay a 1 cent tax on every item purchased in this particular city, state, county, whatever, why then can't we just throw a 1 cent tax in there that will go towards healthcare? And maybe it can't be 1 cent. Again, I'm not a mathematician. I'm not an economics major. What I'm saying, but I'm just saying there has to be a way, instead of, because when you sell it like, okay, hey, bro, this was going to happen to you when you work, you're automatically going to be taking, $10 out of your check because we got to make sure that this other guy, this other person who can't work gets health care. And then that dude is like, hold on, man, wait. They don't even, I don't even know who this is going to. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got to pay for my mom. She don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, it's the presentation. It's the presentation. Nobody cares about paying tax on food because they want to eat. Hey man, look here. We're gonna charge you, 1 cent on every meal that's purchased. I don't know, but there's so many ways I think tax can go into that. Now, with all of that being said, if you're just you don't want to work, you choose not to work, and you can't physically, well, if you can't physically and mentally work, you're going to get hopefully subsidized. You're going to get a program, hopefully coming from the tax. That I'm a solution based guy, But so as I think of this, healthcare was the big, you know, it was the elephant in the room with the shutdown. Here's my thing. This is the cold part about healthcare. When politicians, the legislative elected politicians, effectively say healthcare will never be free because we live in a capitalistic society. Money is the root of all evil. Whoever said that is a genius. Money is why healthcare is unaffordable and it'll never be free. Not here. And let me say, not never. I highly doubt it. Capitalism is a evil, vicious, sadistic algorithm. So again, here's what if think about the purpose of a let's just say a doctor. Forget the hospital. A doctor. You, I would assume, I want to be a doctor because I want to help people. Sure, I need to get paid because just like an airplane pilot, I need to get paid. Okay, bet. Awesome. But at the root, you're still wanting to help people. But the dichotomy is you're getting paid to do something you chose to do for the betterment of your fellow human being. And then you just layer that up and put it into the scheme of the hospital and the the conglomerate of healthcare. I don't. You probably know because again, what I want, I'm not going to be doing no deep dives into who owns what, and I'm sure I gotta guess who owns the healthcare companies, the doctor buildings or hospitals. I gotta guess, and I got a hunch they're worth billions. And if it's not an individual, it's a group, it's a collective, if you will. And their capitalism is so gotta if I want to stay, I want to keep making this money. People die or keep people get sick, they gonna come to my hospital. Why in the hell would I make it for free? Because they're not running the risk of losing all my financial, sustainable, generational wealth. Healthcare, healthcare insurance, pharmaceuticals, don't think at any time will ever be free. Cash, cash, cash. Cash rules everything around me. Shout out Wu Tang. That statement could have been so more real. That's why we have people, one, dying every single day because they can't get health care. No one cares because they're invisible. It will never happen to any relationship to individuals that own these institutions because they have the financial means to make sure that every person in their entire circle, remotely close to them, will always have health care. I will say this, that's my thing on the meat of Mannish Monday. Capitalism um, will control healthcare, and that will dictate many people dying because capitalism doesn't care about you, doesn't care about your color, doesn't care about your gender. It's just the people that are in power want to remain in power. They don't know you. I do say this as I get up out of here. The reason I said it will never be free, and I should never say that, um, is because the possibility is there because of the caveat of a revolution. Every single revolution destroys itself, it eats itself within. Because again, like I said before, there's no end game. There's no sustainable idea except as long as I keep the money, I'll still, look at the Romans. Shot Gladiator. See how I brought that full circle? That's a nice little tie in a bow. Um, so the possibility of a revolution to overhaul, review and revise and reimagine society and the programs and how we can better um, um, coexist in a healthy environment, it's a possibility. But the revolution has to start first. The revolution has to start first. With that, beautiful black people, man, you know your boy Love You Smith, the speaker, man. Tap in, leave a comment, hit the subscribe button, um, hit the like button, share it with your people. You know what I'm saying? Go out, man, and just find a peace of mind somewhere today. I got a flat tire today. It set me back a little bit. Time, finding, of course, I cannot let that dictate my energy. I was prepared. I have the wherewithal to handle that. Go find some peace of mind, man. Somewhere, somehow, find some peace of mind. Until next time, beautiful black people, you know how I rock, man. Go find someone, have a conversation with them that don't look like you and don't sound like you. And if you shut up and listen, you just might learn something. Beautiful black people, I love you. Peace.